To the Nikki Clarke Show. Let's do a wellness check. How's everybody doing? Woo! Awesome. We had a stellar interview with Muniram, and now we're going to be meeting another incredible woman in the community. So today we are honored to welcome Chaitali Senmajumder, an inspiring leader, author, and empowerment coach. Her journey is one of resilience, purpose, and impact, and we are excited to dive into her story, her work, and the wisdom she brings to the world. Please welcome Chaitali. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. How are you doing, Nikki?
I'm so blessed. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here. Excited as well.
Yes, and you look wonderful. I
Thank
like the
you.
floral. Yeah, calling in spring.
Spring, yeah.
Finally, yes. So let's talk about a little bit about who you are and the work that you do. So, what inspired your journey into becoming an empowerment coach and author?
I'm an immigrant. I'm here in Canada for the last 25 years and went through the typical immigrant journey with challenges that I faced. And throughout my journey, I felt like what I faced, I want to make sure my coming generation, my next immigrants that follow us, do not face.
Right.
And much of it is not just the circumstance, much of it is about how we handle what we face. So that's how I thought, like, I'm going to talk about the hurdles that they can come across through their mindset changing their thought process. That's what led me here.
So, what were your defining moments that shaped your
So I think
thoughts?
my main defining moments was, if I were to say, like, my turning point as an immigrant, everybody comes with, you have a good job and you want a greater life and this and that. But the first hurdle I faced was you need Canadian experience to get a job and no guidance as to what it means at that time. There was not much of social media or networking events that we have these days now.
Right.
So I was shy to say before, but I don't shy now saying that I was hired and fired the same day.
Wow.
And that would have broken people, many. But for me, it actually awoken me. So that is where the turning point where I thought, like, okay, this is not that I am not capable. I am in a wrong environment. So I probably have to change my circle of people so I know where to go. And that's how I developed myself. And that's what I teach now, that if something fails, it's not you. Maybe you're in a wrong place.
Okay, that's amazing self awareness. So that moment, I believe, and probably some other examples, gave you the understanding of walking in your purpose. So, what sets your approach apart from other maybe empowerment coaches?
I focus on thinking. I tell people, think what you think, right? So understanding the pattern of your thinking, because how you think is how you act, and then how you feel. And I also tell people to make the difference between feelings and fact. So if you get laid off, yes, the feeling is hurtful, but that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you or you're not capable. It's just the restructuring of the company. And also to think rejections are not about you. Sometimes make them think rejections are actually redirections. Now, when you get rejected or you get no, that's how I treat myself and that's what I teach. The no is not pushing you away from what you want. Yes, you want this and you got a no, but it's actually pushing you closer to where you meant to be. So that's what I focus on, making people think, and that's where they get empowered.
I like that approach. So it's having people understand that their value doesn't change when a door closes.
Absolutely.
Okay. And how do you create meaningful and lasting impact in the work that you do?
Um, the main factor will be is the trust. So that's my main word. And two ways of trust: trusting yourself and then creating the trust with whoever you're working with, whether it's your mentor, your coach, or in a work environment, your colleague, your boss, or in your family relationship. That's important, the trust. And I think you can actually increase that trust factor by keeping the little promises to yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, you are building that trust every day, and that strengthens in future what you're going to do. Because, and also I teach something which my mom taught me actually. Many people talk about vision boards, which I do as well, and I have, and I change it. But I also have that success wall that I teach people. Like today, I'm going to go and add this show, a picture from here in my success wall. So that helps people when they face a challenge or a failure. You look back into your success wall and say, I was successful then, and what hurdles did I come across to be successful? If I could do then, I can do now.
Absolutely. The question that I would like to know is leadership. You know, I've been in the business field for, close to 3 decades, and I've met some leaders that when they come into my presence, I feel like alive. Like I am so motivated. I want to run laps around the building. My adrenaline is way up there. And then I meet some leaders that make me want to take a nap right after I have a conversation, completely drained. So, with that said, what to you is a great leader? What values makes a good leader?
I think the first, I won't say I think, I'm definite, and that's what I practice, is empathy, right? You need to know when you're a leader, you're not just taking care of the job that your people are doing, you're taking care of the people that are doing the job. So knowing the person, even beyond the work, it's important. And the second is be meaningful in true sense. Just a simple example, you can go in a meeting and say good morning or how are you, and not really care how that person is. So if you're asking how are you, pause, take a moment to really listen, and then maybe appreciate feedback, whatever the case is. So people see the authentic leader, not just being there.
Taking up space,
Yep.
right? I want to congratulate you for the book that is
Yeah.
soon to be published. Can you share a little bit about some of the details of the book?
Yes, so my book is, and I can't wait for it to publish. So for my book, it is about influencing. Um, I want to teach people how to stop feeling powerless and have that power to influence others. Because what I found is most people, whether in professional life, personal life, they chase for permission, right? They wait for permission. The way they ask for things as if I need it. I teach people that you don't need it, you attract. Like be magnetic, how you can attract and how you can influence. So even if it is somebody I mentor as a new immigrant or a newcomer where you're looking for a job, if you go with the mindset of, I wish I get it, I hope they take me, it will vibrate in your presence. Versus if you go with that mindset, if they don't choose me, it's their loss, not mine. That vibration is there, and that helps influence without you even knowing.
I love that. So tell me about the biggest milestone that you've achieved. I know
Um,
there's a few.
there will be a few. I think once my book is published, that will be my next biggest, I will say, because I have been thinking about this for a long time. I've been writing this for 1.5 years now, but this will be my upcoming biggest. So it will, cover anything that I did before.
Yes.
But I think my biggest milestone, no, I won't say milestone, but what I appreciate my biggest achievement is I can actually gain people's trust. And that actually helps me do better every time when people long time ago, or even employees who left the company, but
Yes.
they still have that call and the touch. And when they connect with me, I'm like, there must be something. Like, there are other leaders. You're calling me and in touch. Like, I got the other day a WhatsApp from somebody who left even Canada
Yes.
long time ago. And then, like, hey, do you remember me? I'm like, yes. And then, we started talking, but that's such a blessing.
It really is. And people don't forget how you treat them.
100%, 100%. And that's, I always believe. And that's what I want to do, that I want to be in people's heart, especially not in good days, but in bad days, you know that there's one person I can call and rely on.
Absolutely. So, how do you stay motivated during challenging times? And globally, most many people are going through some challenges.
100%. Motivation is something can come and go, right? It's not consistently staying. So it's not about motivation, it's about being clear to your goals. Because you might be excited seeing a motivational video and then you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you do it for 5 days and then you die down because you're not clear about what you're doing. So for me is having that clarity is important. So that keeps my motivation going. So I self-motivate myself, not outside. The second is I always check in the patterns of my thought, the patterns of my behavior. If I'm doing anything, I look back and think, whatever I'm doing now, is it aligned with the future that I want? So, and then readjust if need be.
Excellent. So, how do people take action toward their goals despite uncertainty?
It will come back to knowing what you want, definitely, right? So the clarity. So what's your goal? Now, one thing I always teach is if you have a goal, two things you do. First is divide them into micro goals, because if you have a goal where it will take you time and you set a far goal, and now you're like taking time, you get demotivated because I'm so far. So I call it growth and gap policy. So either you can focus on the growth, so you come so far, your destination is here, but take a look back and see how far you have come. So you measure the growth versus measuring the gap, how long will it take? So that's one way you can go. And the second is celebrating your micro wins, right? What's your first step? Like not just one goal. To reach this goal, I have 10 small goals, and every time you reach that milestone, celebrate it, and then you feel you're getting closer.
I love that. That's great wisdom. I feel a lot of people think that whatever small victory they have is not enough to celebrate, that it has to be, something mind-blowing, but I agree with you. Like every little step leads to something bigger.
And it's science as well, because every time you feel that feeling of accomplishment, you have a dopamine boost. And that dopamine wants you to make another leap and get another win, and that makes your progress faster and easier.
And I have to say that I get a dopamine hit when I see your posts on social media. They're very motivating. So keep doing what you're doing. Well, I just want to thank you so much for sharing, everything that you've done so far, and congratulations on the book. Do you have a title yet?
I do.
Can you share it?
Yeah. So this is the first time I'm sharing my title.
Oh, this is exciting.
It
Drum
is
roll,
exciting.
please.
My book title is Yes Fluence. So how to yes fluence. So yes plus influence.
Yes fluence. I love that. Can we get some applause from the audience? We approve.
Thank you.
Yes fluence. Okay, that is beautiful. And do you have a date in mind when it's going to launch?
In summer.
Summer of this year.
This year's summer.
Okay.
Maybe late summer, but yes, this year's summer.
Well, we have to connect again so I can get a signed copy of your book.
100%. And I'm so excited. Yes.
Thank you. And how can people find you on social media?
I am more on LinkedIn, and sometime they can find me on my Facebook business page. That's Brave Beginning with Chaitali, but mostly active on LinkedIn.
Right. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for having me.
I really appreciate your time. Please, thanks so much, Chaitali, for being on the show. We really appreciate it and look forward to getting a copy of the book. So
thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.
Wonderful,
thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here, the Nikki Clarke Show. We had an incredible time, amazing stories. Please follow Muniram on social media, and Chaitali. Got to get a copy of her book this summer, and we'll be back with some more great stories very soon. We'll see you next time. God bless you. Bye for now.